What is going on YouTube? Hit back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as the current coin market cap and a few exchanges. Yesterday, we left off with a video discussing the urgent XRP Ripple potential fake out that is happening on the market. Today's video, I want to go a little bit more in depth discussing where it is I think the market is headed to. Yesterday, we also made a discovery of the correlation may not actually be causation for the S&P 500 in relevance to the crypto space, but I do want to touch upon that a little bit more, dive a little bit more in depth into that. Otherwise, we are doing a $200 USDT trading giveaway, trading bonus giveaway. So definitely make sure to check that out. I did link in the description the $200 trading bonus giveaway. So definitely make sure to enter the raffle for that. It is completely free to enter. You got to be in it to win it. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. Alright guys, so I'm on my channel right now, and as you can see, yesterday's video I discussed the XRP fake out that we are actually seeing. We made actually two discoveries in yesterday's video. Not only were we looking at the S&P 500, but we were also looking at the XRP charts, and I came up with the discovery with your guys' help that we may not actually be in what I thought was a sideways trading box pattern, which it did start out like that. But after further analysis and comparing this with other altcoins in the market, we came up with the discovery that we may actually be more so in a symmetrical triangle than a ascending triangle or a sideways consolidation pattern. And I do want to discuss about this more so in today's episode, because there are a few key factors that I do want to go into and discuss with you, because I do think these are setting up to be what could be a very big correction in the very near future. So to jump right into this, I really do want to start with the S&P 500. I know a lot of you guys are new to the channel and haven't really talked about this much, but I actually started a Roth IRA retirement fund not too long ago, and with that we started to diverse a little bit more into fiat currency, USDT, US dollars, as well as the stock market. So what we've noticed, and this was the pattern that really made sense to me a whole lot, when you look at the S&P 500, you guys remembered when COVID really hit, and that's when we started to see this 3-month bear run, which shot the price from $33.61 all the way down to $2,000 practically on the S&P 500. This was a major crisis that ultimately set us into what appeared to be a recession. Now, what was interesting about this was this happened, I'd say, early January into March, and January to February and into March. And what was interesting was if we just scrolled back and looked at what was happening in the market during January, February, and into March. Yes, January we did have a very beautiful uptrend that formed on Bitcoin, but you can see we really didn't see much movement at all within January, and actually we were heading up in January back in this month. You can see these are monthly candles versus the daily, but we actually were heading up but ended up closing much lower, and this ultimately led to a very big reversal as we hit what appeared to be some very strong resistances at the top. So we also hit a very strong resistance at the top. Very coincidental, I'm not too sure, but the correlation was too good. So I mean, it's not always about coincidences. Coincidences may not happen in such a movement like this, but ultimately leading to that, as the S&P 500 took a dive bomb, the rest of the market, including cryptocurrency, did so as well. So a lot of people are thinking the inverse would happen. The S&P 500, the stock market falls, and decentralized currency bounces up. That's not what happened. Bitcoin actually fell from where its point was all the way up here at $10,489 in the first month. Into February, we fell even lower, ending the month closer to, I'd say, $8,500. And then immediately after that, from February into March, we fell all the way down to $4,900 very quickly. Now, like I said, correlation isn't always causation, but this is definitely a huge factor that you guys do have to consider. Now, why am I talking about the S&P 500? Why is it important right now? So recently, as we were checking out this market, we noticed there was what appeared to be a bearish divergence as the price of the S&P 500 shot higher. The relative strength indicator actually was falling lower. There was a resistance here, and it seems like we were bouncing perfectly off of that, ultimately causing the price of the S&P 500 to spiral lower and head even lower down, which is what's happening currently as we talk. Not only are we back within our 11-year resistance here, but the markets are starting to drop. Now, how does this relate to the cryptocurrency space? Well, as the market started to drop in the S&P 500, so did cryptocurrency, so did Bitcoin, and so did XRP, the two, cryptos that we really do focus in on and hone our, technical analysis on. So what's interesting with the XRP price is not only are we seeing what could be a bearish cross and what most likely is a bearish cross on the MACD that happened just a few hours ago or days ago, maybe 1 or 2 days ago. You can see this cross right here is an extremely bearish signal, and it really ultimately could mean a reversal in the price. And you can see not only that, but with this uptrend and resistance right here, we did form a symmetrical triangle which consolidated off the moving average, and what ultimately caused a reversal in the price. And that's something we do have to pay attention to. Not only are we seeing a bearish cross on the MACD, but the moving average also had a bearish cross, which is another negative signal in the market. Another thing to add on top of that is XRP actually closed a candle below this resistance, which is a surefire sign, as we discussed earlier, to short the market and capitalize off what could be a very small and long downtrend. That could happen very quickly. That's what I meant to say. The only interesting thing that does apply here that is kind of confusing everybody is the fact that we are not only trading on on Bitcoin, very interestingly, but we're seeing this reversal pattern form right now within XRP. Now within Bitcoin. I'm trying to find some sort of relation to the market. You can see this is what I'm looking at right now. This isn't necessarily a bear run. We are in some sort of symmetrical triangle that's forming on Bitcoin, but we hit the moving average, which is a very, good, strong support for right now. But it ultimately comes down to, is Bitcoin going to stay above this support right here, or are we going to break through? We're literally teeter-tottering on this, and this is pretty much the sure sign of which direction we're going to be heading on for XRP. So the second we see Bitcoin cross this uptrend right here, it's ultimately a surefire sign that we are going to be heading down at a very violent rate within the price. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the drop. XRP could be foreshadowing this, as there was a symmetrical triangle that formed on XRP that ultimately fell bearish. You can see right here, this broke bearish outside. We fell below the moving average. The same thing needs to happen with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin falls below this moving average right here and drops lower and doesn't get withheld by support, we are going to see a very violent drop in XRP. So how do we capitalize off this movement in reference to the fact that all these signs are leading bearish within XRP? That's how we use Bityard. Bityard is one of the best trading platforms I've found for XRP right now. I've used a ton of them, and honestly, Bityard holds the most, advantages right now. Not only do we have, all these cryptocurrencies here, these altcoins, there are also derivative trades, which is pretty cool. You can trade crude oil, copper, gold, silver, mini Dow, NASDAQ, some very interesting things. And that's also something to pay attention to. The NASDAQ, if we look at this over the month, let's go back to maybe a daily charts. This is going to be some very interesting stuff too, because I know the NASDAQ does play a very good role in relevance to the S&P 500. The thing is, it's too new for us to actually chart on Bityard right now, as it is just a derivative. But if we use XRP, which has had a lot of history on this coin right now, we can see that we are ultimately forming that same uptrend with a downtrend forming that did break bearish. We are actually correcting lower. You can see this is the resistance right here. This is the uptrend right here. It ended up coming to some sort of support, and then we broke bearish. We saw the sign. We capitalized off this, and we are starting to correct lower. That's why I did put a short in on the market for XRP right now. This is more of a higher risk trade, and you guys may not want to get involved in it. Some of you, might want to, but I did link Bityard in the description down below. So definitely make sure to check out Bityard. I also have DueDEX linked down below if you're interested in trading Bitcoin. But at the moment, XRP is showing signs of reversal. It is showing a very, very, very big possibility and prominence of us reversing lower. The fact that we broke out of the symmetrical triangle, correcting downwards, does mean there's a very good chance we'll spiral lower. Now, how do we capitalize off this? You can easily short the market using the sell option right here. You can market or limit trade with a leverage of up to 50 times. And honestly, I've been doing that for quite some time now. I do have my position in. The second we closed this candle below this resistance right here on XRP, you can see the downtrend is breaking. That is when I put my position in. So the fact that we closed, I'm currently in at 23 cents. So we're really going to see where the market wants to head. But honestly, my biggest factor is how is this S&P 500 going to play out? If the S&P 500 starts to dip and head lower, so will cryptocurrency and so will my shorts. So definitely make sure to sign up, for BitYard. Make sure to get that possibility of, the correction and the short that we're looking at. Otherwise, if you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, CryptoTheOfficial, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.